Good morning, digital friends. It's so good to see you this morning. Chelsea's showing you where we're headed today, and I'm here with you as well. Welcome to your Zoo Adventures today. Steve's in front of the camera. Miss Chelsea's behind.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you for being here today, Chelsea.
Absolutely.
And we're headed to Chimp. We're going to a really neat view, one I've never been to before. I think you're going to get a kick out of it. Keeper Sarah is then going to be with us. We're going to talk about some really neat things about chimpanzees. We're going to uncover being an omnivore. We're going to look at some enrichment items. And then we're going to talk about them being a type of primate. Stick around. Hey Sarah, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for this little behind the scenes kind of thing at Chimpanzee today.
Oh, no problem.
So, who's this big guy on the left?
This handsome fella is Jonathan.
That is Jonathan.
Oh, he needs to work on his catching skills.
Well, you know. So we should tell everybody, this is a taped episode all. So
Yep.
Keeper Sarah was kind enough to let Chelsea and I come up here and be at a different vantage point. I'm so excited. Chelsea, you ever been up here before?
I have not. This is exciting.
Isn't it? I love it. And just for fun and giggles, today, taping it, is opening day for Major League Baseball.
Is it?
So I'm going to see your arm here in a little bit, and we'll see your arm here in a little bit.
I'm a little rusty. I didn't warm up.
You didn't warm up. Well said. So what are you doing right now, Keeper Sarah?
So what I'm doing is I'm giving the chimps a little bit of a snack, and this is a good way to kind of get eyes on everyone throughout the day.
Oh, okay.
So we can make sure everyone's doing good, if there's been any spats, if everyone looks good, if they've been fussing or kind of fighting a little bit. And also just to see if, everyone's kind of social relationships are still good.
Nice,
and if there has been drama from the night before, it's good to see if they make up.
Kind of like this.
Or, or, Jonathan basically saying, I get all the treats, I don't want to share.
So there's kind of a plan when you're throwing the treats out.
There is, for the most part. Is basically just trying to keep Jonathan busy because he doesn't really necessarily like to share.
Okay.
But he will share with his best buds, which is Kodo, Lance, and Ruby.
I see.
And then he'll sometimes share with Jeree.
How do you remember all this?
Oh, it takes a minute because we got a lot of chimps.
Absolutely.
But Gus is still very very, very young. So Jonathan does not like sharing with Gus as much, and neither does Jeannie apparently. Jonathan, he can have some. Oh my goodness.
This is
there you go, Kodo. And then our least dominant animals are actually all the way over there on the hill.
Oh wow! Can you get those, Chelsea?
I can.
They are up on top. They didn't even see them, Sarah.
I know. So that's Amy and her friend Ebby, and then Amy's daughter, our newest addition, our youngest, Miss Asha, who just turned 1 in November.
She just turned 1 in November.
In November. And then Mr. Obi down there was Jeree. He just turned 2 on March 18th.
Yep.
So he just celebrated a birthday.
What a catch. Look at that. Amazing skills, all things considered, in the way they're...
Yep, got to keep everyone busy.
Yeah, that was a good little diversion you threw there, Sarah, that time. That was
a lot of times you got to be quick.
There's the arm.
There it is.
Moving Jonathan around. Look, it's a little rusty.
But yeah, so Jonathan is technically our alpha male in this group. However, he does like to share responsibilities with Lance. Lance is our largest male.
Okay, and Alpha is kind of like the boss?
Yeah, he's the head honcho.
Head honcho, okay.
Basically, but Jonathan really only wants that title for the food benefits, as you can see. He doesn't necessarily want a lot of the other responsibility.
Chimp after my own heart with the food there. He's like, yeah, I'll take that.
I can't judge him.
Take care of me with the food and life is good.
But Lance is really good about, as far as, like disciplining certain individuals that need it. But he's still young. He's 20 years old. So, I mean, he's still figuring out kind of how to be an alpha and do everything.
Yep.
Oh, Gussie?
Jonathan just showing.
Yep, telling Gus. Jonathan!
I'm the boss.
Exactly.
That's part of that. I'm the boss, you're not.
Well, and it's funny because Jonathan and Gus will actually be seen playing and chasing each other and wrestling. Yeah, but it's food. They're not big fans.
And we should.
Lance.
We should tell our
You're
digital
welcome.
guests, what are you, what is the treat? What are you throwing out there today?
We are cutting up apples and oranges and throwing those.
Apples and oranges.
Lance, you don't need every single piece, buddy. Neither do you, Jonathan.
Keeper bridge is complete, but still continue to use caution.
Wow.
And a lot of times when we have this public feed, we haven't been able to because of COVID.
Oh, of
but
course.
we have Jonathan station trained to a bright, like neon yellow glove.
Really?
Yeah, so he stations.
And he'll stay put.
Yep, he'll stay put while there's a keeper on the public side who will it's called a fist bump.
Oh, nice.
He'll fist bump with Jonathan,
A little
and
fist
whoever
bump.
is feeding, doing my job, gets a chance to kind of feed everybody, and then they recall Jonathan, reward him, and then they point to the other keeper and they send him back.
Okay, so he's going back and forth
Yep,
from one
and
to
then
another.
so that way it's kind of an easier way for him to be able to share, to kind of force his hand and share.
Well, he's being kind of lazy there. He's like, wait a minute, you didn't hit it in my hand.
Exactly. No, Jonathan, Gus can't get that piece. Thank you. So it's a little hard to do at
So
the
you're
moment.
like a traffic cop right now, too.
A
You're like,
little
hey,
bit.
wait,
I feel
hold
like I'm directing air traffic and airplanes. And yeah, it takes a lot to kind of keep everyone happy.
So do you know
There he goes.
ish ages in this troop right here?
Yeah, I do. All right, guys, all
Where's she
out.
at?
That's it. I do know ages. So Asha, like I said earlier, is our youngest.
She was one-ish,
Just
you
turned
said? A
one.
little over
Yep.
one.
And then Obi just turned 2. And then our third youngest is Mr. Gus over there.
One Jonathan was chasing a little
Exactly.
bit. Okay.
Yep. He's our third youngest, and he is going to be, he's going to be turning, I think, 7 or 8 at the end
You are
in May.
kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh, I was round when that
I
happened.
know. He's getting so big. He's still got to grow
Wow.
into his ears, though.
He does have to grow into it. Well said.
Yeah, he's got to grow into his ears still.
And so this is so cute. Chelsea, can you show that?
Yep. So what
Riding
Obi's
on the
doing is
chip back.
called jockeying.
That's called jock, and Obi's the young one here.
Yes.
Okay.
Obi is 2. And
What a great shot.
yeah, so when chimps are first born, the moms carry them on their stomachs. And
Oh,
then,
really?
Yeah. And then when they reach a certain age, they can move to the back. It really depends on the mom.
Neat.
Jeree and Obi are a bit more confident as a mother-son duo, whereas Amy's a little bit more self-conscious and a little bit
Really?
lower ranking. So Amy still carries Asha
I
on
see.
her
Hold her
stomach.
tighter because she's a little bit want to have a little more that comfort. That confidence.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Neat.
But
Oh, look at them hanging out in the. Let's go find that hammock.
now it's time for a nap.
Nice.
I made you guys work for a snack. Be nice to him.
And it's interesting you said they'll sometimes play together.
Yeah.
But right
And
now,
usually it's a
not
lot
really.
of play. If it's not play, there's usually like kind of screaming involved
Excuse me,
if it
gotcha,
gets
okay.
serious.
I see.
But
So interesting.
yeah, they're a handful, and I feel like they're never dull. I'm never bored.
I'm sure
ever.
not.
And we have our hands full.
Wow. Well, this has been an amazing experience up here. But we have some more to talk about.
Yeah.
Can we head back to another location?
Of course, let's go.
Let's go, digital guests. Let's check this out. Hey, everybody, we're back. We're at the front of This is where this is where the guests, you guys, when you come, this is where you would be. And you brought something.
I did.
What
I
is
brought
that?
a couple different things. So these are both types of enrichment that we give the chimpanzees.
This is enrichment.
Yeah, this
What's
is a
enrichment?
type of enrichment.
Let's make sure there you go.
Okay,
They shouldn't be able to help us out
I
with
know.
this.
I was gonna
They've been
spill
around.
it.
That's okay. That's okay. They've been around. They've been around the block.
Okay, that's good.
What's enrichment? Let's impress Sarah. What is enrichment? What are we trying to do when we provide enrichment? What are we trying to increase? My colleagues better not be answering that question. My friends behind the scenes better not be answering that question. Let the digital guests answer that question.
No cheating.
That's right.
No cheating.
Chelsea, what have they said? Oh, that's what this is taped. I'm sorry. I guess you wouldn't see anything right now, would you?
You know, I can't. Mental telepathy, I really feel like they said natural behavior.
You think natural behavior
I
is just
think that's what they said.
coming through? I bet you're right.
I like it.
Thanks,
job, you
Chelsea.
guys.
So enrichment is trying to elicit those natural behaviors, things they would do
Exactly,
in
yes,
the wild,
exactly.
challenging them somehow.
So chimps are known for their tool use, and so both of these items, these are different types of feeders. This is what we call a raisin board.
A raisin board.
Yeah, and so we will attach it to the mesh, but we will put raisins or sometimes even other food items in there, so they have to use tools like sticks to get it out.
So you literally put raisins in there. It's
Yeah.
not just the name of the board. You're going to put the food in those holes.
Yep.
Okay.
And we make them work for it. And so it's also
these are big. I
Yeah.
can't get my finger in there.
No.
I can't cheat.
no, there's no way. So they have to use tools. Even like the
Neat.
smallest chimps can't get their fingers in there.
Wow. And tools would be like sticks or ends of leaves or something like that. And try
Yeah,
to
they'll
poke it
even use some of the straw we give them. But when we schedule these types of enrichments, we go out and cut additional browse for
Right.
them. So that way we supply them with the tools.
Giving them a little bit of,
Yeah,
sure.
so
well,
we
of
help them a
course.
little bit.
No, yeah. Well, they would have that opportunity if they were out
Exactly, they'd be
foraging
going-
in Africa. They could forage for those and find those
Exactly.
tools.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
then this one is just what we call a mesh feeder because it attaches to the mesh.
A mesh
But we
feeder.
will sometimes, I think I actually just used this the other day and I put jelly in it and smeared it all over.
Wait. You put jelly in this.
Just a little bit.
And they had to get the jelly out of that.
Yeah, using just a stick. Should I get a stick and have you practice?
Yeah.
You want a stick?
Off camera.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Because you would totally get it. Wink,
That's
wink. You would totally get it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you
I'd
would
be
succeed.
looking for the jar. That is
yeah.
so neat.
And so the holes are also a different size.
Those are a little bit bigger.
a little bit
I
bigger,
might
so
be
it's a
able
little
to-
bit easier.
Okay.
But also, I mean, you can't, if there's like a glob of something, you can't just scoop it up with a stick.
And a chimpanzee's finger is going to be bigger than mine.
Exactly. But Jonathan, I will admit, if we only attach it on one corner, is so smart, he'll tip
He'll
it.
tip it?
He'll tip it. So he almost
No
have to Jonathan
kidding.
proof a lot of our enrichment because
No
he is so
kidding.
smart and savvy.
And Jonathan was the one we saw a second ago when she was kind of keeping. He was the biggest,
The big gray
real
one.
big one who has the gray color.
Yeah.
And he just said he's the alpha,
Yep, he's alpha.
at least in behavior.
Yeah, and yeah, I
In
guess.
food gathering.
In food gathering. There you go. Yeah, he's alpha of the
Nice.
food.
Good deal.
And then
You have another one?
I do have one.
Awesome.
So this is actually just a Kong product
Wow.
that you can find at PetSmart or Petco, and
Very
we can
cool.
actually freeze juice in this. We'll freeze peanut butter or something else.
Really?
Yeah, and we'll even stuff their regular diet items in there and really
Good deal.
make them work to get it out.
Awesome.
And this was a little bit easier if they can use their fingers, but if it's frozen, then a lot of times they have to like bang
Gotta
it or
break it up.
Some of them will actually put it under their their water.
No, they
and get it
won't.
to melt quicker.
They figured that out.
They're so smart.
No way.
Yeah, super smart.
Chelsea, you were saying something about a wish list?
Yeah, there's an Amazon wish list where
that's right.
guests can buy enrichment for the animals.
Yes.
Right. Did any of was any of this a wish list item or
I
something
think
like
this
it?
was Kongs are a wish list item.
Kongs
I can't
are.
remember what's on there currently for chimpanzees, but
But Kongs can be used by a
Kongs can be
variety
used by
of
a lot of
animals.
different animals. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I know
They're
that
really tough.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I know that our skunk has gotten a lot of enrichment items from that wish list. So the Amazon wish list through the North Carolina Zoo Society, a lot of really neat things that you guys can get for the zoo and the animals that's under our care.
And we really appreciate it.
Oh,
The keepers
thank you,
and the
Sarah.
animals.
That's very
much.
nice. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
we really appreciate it.
Well, let's go look at something else.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's
Awesome.
go.
This is kind of a neat shot.
Hey,
And yeah, what?
Hey, Steve.
What?
Why aren't you wearing your clear mask?
Oh, Chelsea, thank you so much. Should have mentioned that. Because of the vet protocols, we're still under the COVID vet protocols, especially with primates. And we were around the food earlier, we were around the enrichment items a little bit ago. We still need to wear these masks, not the clear masks, because these are a smidge safer. Remember when we did lemur, we were actually in the surgical type masks. But these will work for this conversation, so that's why I don't have the clear mask on now. Thank you, Chelsea. I should have said that earlier. Thank you for the reminder on that.
Anytime.
All right. So what I'd like to ask you about is their
Yeah.
diet.
Okay.
Because we heard when we were up there, we saw you throwing carrots. Not carrots. You saw you throwing apples and oranges.
Mm-hmm.
What is the bulk of their diet?
The bulk of their diet is actually greens and vegetables.
Oh, it is greens. Okay.
Chimps can get heart disease just like us humans, so
Oh,
we really
wow.
have to watch a lot of their diet, especially a lot of that sugar content.
Yeah.
So their fruit is a smaller portion of their diet.
Okay. So
But
veggies.
a lot of different greens, a lot of different veggies, and just like you wouldn't want to eat the same thing every day, unless it was ice cream for me.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
But we like to switch something out
love
for
that.
them every week, so they
I
don't
see,
get
okay.
bored. So they
So
get
the
something
diet
new
kinda
every
rotates
week.
through?
Exactly. Yeah.
Any kind of favorite green?
They all like romaine.
Romaine?
Yeah,
lettuce?
and they like the heart of the romaine, like the bottom part. Yeah, that's some of their
They
favorite
like
parts.
the bottom of the romaine?
They do.
The stuff that we don't like?
Yeah, the
Interesting.
giraffes like it too, though.
It's the what?
It's the juiciest part.
Chelsea
Yeah.
says is it really?
It is.
They really like
anyway.
it.
I'm going to believe you on that because
They really like it,
I don't think I've
yeah.
ever gone that far. Any other kind of vegetables, or is it mostly leafy greens?
A lot of different types of vegetables. They get. I think this week they have green beans. They
Oh,
have
wow.
celery, carrots, sweet potato.
Wow, it's a varied diet.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot goes into it.
There's a lot. Yeah, Jonathan's group, because this group's very big, a lot of times we have to have 2 buckets because there's 11 chimps in this group.
There's 11 chimps in this group.
Yeah, it
How many
takes a
chimps do
little
we
bit.
have total?
16.
We have 16 chimps, 11 in this troop.
Yep, 11 in this group right now because Amy and Asha are here.
Because and the little ones. Okay, nice.
Yep.
So greens, leafy, any meat?
No meat. Well, for here, but we do give them protein. So
Okay.
we give them hard-boiled eggs.
So the same idea. So it is okay.
Yep, and then you'll see them catch an insect or 2 in the habitat. They
Right.
will eat on those a little bit. And we'll sometimes actually get cockroaches in from education, but a lot of the chimps actually flick them back at us. They don't like them.
What?
I know.
Those are from us.
I know. How rude. But some of them
That's
really
kind
like
of funny.
them.
No, not that one. Not Larry. I don't want Larry.
No,
Where's
we
George?
don't want that
Bring
one.
George. I don't
Yeah.
want Larry's not in it. That's
And then they
funny.
also get a primate biscuit.
Oh, they do.
So that adds a little extra nutrients and protein to
Oh,
their
okay.
diet
So
as
that's
well.
where maybe that's where some of the protein's
Yeah,
coming from too. Because I know I have an example of a skull here.
It's pretty impressive.
Isn't it neat?
Yeah.
It is such an impressive tool. And I say tool because that's exactly what this is, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of similarities between humans and chimpanzees. We know that the DNA sharing is, and they're pushing that 97, 98. Kind of depends on who's doing the math sometimes. So there's a lot of similarities, and you can start to see those in the look. The big brow ridge is a difference, of course. And then look at these teeth. This is the epitome of an omnivore skull.
Yeah.
This is really a great example of an omnivore skull. You can really see these cutting canines. Would you mind holding that?
Of course,
Sarah?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
Hold
fine.
them up
Put me to work.
Put you work.
me
You've
to
already
work.
done so much today. I don't know if I should. So you have these incisors. These are kind of the cutting teeth. So when you take a bite of broccoli, you take a bite of pizza, you take a bite of a candy bar, you're cutting with these teeth. Those are the incisors. The canines are over here. And those are those killing teeth, those grabbing and holding on teeth are these canines. And you can see they're pretty impressive in the chimpanzee. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they use those canines also for like a display, right?
Yes.
Don't come any closer.
Exactly. They will also show their teeth when they're frightened as well.
really?
And so,
Okay.
yep. So if you see a chimpanzee smiling, that means that they are stressed or scared.
Wow. How about that?
So they will also use
Smiling
that.
chimps, stressed or scared. That's
Yep.
interesting.
Exactly.
And then you come back to these, there's those grinding molars. Can you get those, Chelsea? Absolutely. Those grinding molars for grinding up the leaves, grinding up the fruits and vegetables, and even some of the protein that they might be eating. So I think it's really neat to talk about those differences. And then that binocular vision, that 2 eyes in the front, providing that depth perception. I can see how far away something is or how close it's getting to me, so I need to be really cautious. So that binocular vision, 2-eyed vision, really helps with that as well. A lot of the hunters have the 2-eyed vision. Chelsea, are you the one that has a little bit of a poem or saying about eyes in
Yeah,
the skull?
I know what it is, but multiple of people use it though.
What is it? I can never remember. What is it?
It's eyes up front, need to hunt. Eyes on the side, need to hide.
Oh, I've never heard that
Nice.
before.
Eyes in the front.
Interesting.
Hunt. Eyes on the side. Hide.
Yeah.
Think zebra, horse, things, animals like that. Rabbits. Eyes are
Prey
on the
species,
side.
yeah.
Prey species. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the hunters have the eyes in front, looking to find out how far away something might be. Thank you, Chelsea. I knew there was. I just can never remember what it is.
Rhymes, Steve.
It does rhyme. But the last thing you need me to do is singing and rhyming. We've heard me try to sing before. It's a
So all that's
scary,
left is dance.
That might be even scarier, Sarah. That might be
Pay
even.
money to see that.
Maybe as a donation item somewhere down
Okay,
the road.
okay.
Somebody
We'll
wants
keep
to
it in
pay a
mind.
lot of money to have a really fun, silly
Our
video.
donation button should be up, right? So they can
This is
donate.
taped. I don't think so. And no more lives ever. Just kidding. So really neat. So it's kind of cool to see everybody kind of in the background and that idea of diet. And this is that example of an omnivore being able to eat both plants and animal
Yeah,
material.
because in the wild, usually they use those teeth for hunting when their regular food is low.
Okay.
So when the regular kind of like herbivore part of their diet is low and they get a little bit
That's
more
when they
desperate,
shift a little bit.
That's when they shift and will actually be seen hunting.
Fun.
For other primates or even small.
Wait, you can't just say that and keep going.
Yeah.
These will eat chimpanzees will eat other primates?
They will. Meat's meat to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little bit of playing. Did you catch that? Chelsea, she said, yes, I caught that. I can see you smiling through your eyes, Chelsea.
That was too cute. Because Asha was mimicking her. She was.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah, they started like kind of playing together, and it was really cute.
Oh, neat.
Gus is a good big brother.
Gus is a good big brother?
He's a good big brother.
That's awesome. All right, guys, hang tight. We have something else to share with you.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And we're not monkeying around this time.
Steve,
Yes.
that doesn't work here.
Doesn't work here?
That doesn't work here.
No? Well, they're a primate, right?
They are.
They're a primate.
Yep.
We're a primate. They're a primate. Lemurs are primates. Baboons are primates.
Yeah.
The gorillas are primates.
Uh-huh.
So, what's the... Not monkey.
No.
What's the other... What else is there?
Starts with an A.
Oh, these are the apes.
Very good. Yes, these are
So
the
let's-
apes.
So, we're going ape at chimpanzee.
That's the way you do it. That's lovely.
Let's cut the first part.
Sorry.
You're good. So so they are primates,
Yes.
and they are an ape, not a monkey.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay. A little bit of difference.
So the biggest difference is that monkeys have tails, apes do not.
Monkeys, tails.
Yep.
Apes do not.
Yep, monkeys, it could be a long tail, it could be a short tail, but
Okay.
a tail,
So you got that? Monkeys, tails. Apes, no tails.
no tail.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So all apes are primates, but not all primates are apes. Is that
All
backwards?
apes are primates. Apes, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go back in my memory a little bit. Apes are chimpanzees, gorillas, Homo sapiens, humans,
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, we're non-human.
non-human primates. Okay. So who else
Those
is
are
out there?
non-human. So we have orangutans. Sorry.
No,
We have
no.
orangutans, and then we also have
Orangutans
bonobos.
and the bonobos.
So we
Okay.
have 4 species of great ape.
4 species of great
Great
ape.
ape. Yes.
And then everybody else is a monkey?
No. Weren't you just on Lemur Island?
Oh, don't tell Jody.
I may have to.
No, we want to go see ringtails later.
Okay.
I'll be right. I'll do well. I'll do better.
Okay.
I'll do better. Chelsea, help me do better.
I'll do my best.
I know it's a task. So lemurs aren't monkeys or apes.
Correct. Lemurs are prosimians.
Well, of course they're what?
Prosimians.
Those are the things that you make pudding out of. Persimmons, right?
No. That's awesome. That's funny.
But no, yeah, that's pretty funny.
I'm sorry. I love that.
Not
That's funny.
not persimmon, prosimian.
Oh, gotcha.
That was pretty funny though, Chelsea.
Thank you. I worked hard.
10 points.
I like it.
How long have you been working on that?
I choose not to disclose that information.
So we have apes.
Yep.
We have primates.
Yes, primates and the whole primate
Apes.
family tree.
Apes, monkeys,
Yep.
prosimians.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Apes, no tail.
Correct.
Monkeys, tail.
Yeah, and lemurs are, they're only found in Madagascar.
Right.
And so they look a lot different than monkeys.
They almost have a dog shape.
They do, but a lot of monkeys do too.
Yeah.
But it's still different. They're still in a different branch. Lemurs were the very first primate to evolve,
Oh, okay.
and then they just didn't evolve past
That's
that
kinda
because
stopped.
they were on Madagascar.
They were
So
isolated,
then-
didn't need to.
Exactly.
No change pressures being applied to them.
Exactly. Yep. So that's when you got your monkeys after that, and then your
And then the
your
apes came later.
Mhm.
Wow, awesome.
Yep.
So much going on.
It's a lot.
And here at the North Carolina Zoo, we have gorillas,
We do.
apes. We have chimpanzees,
Another ape.
apes. We have the 2 species of lemur,
Yep.
red-ruffed and ring-tailed,
Correct.
prosimian. And we have, I think that's it, right?
Baboon.
Oh, that's
You
right.
forget about
The
these monkeys.
baboons. And
You're
they
gonna be
are.
on Jody's list.
Jody, just kidding. Can we block Jody from watching this somehow?
Absolutely.
Block
Think
Jody.
So.
And
Yes,
baboons.
and we have baboons, yep.
And they are a type of monkey.
Those are monkeys, yes. And if you want to get into it, those are technically old world monkeys. So, yeah, it's so many branches.
There are. That's the crazy thing about
Exactly, yep.
all primates.
So many branches.
They range from this, I mean, they're tiny sometimes, especially some of the lemurs, to a gorilla.
Exactly.
Crazy cool.
Yep.
Amazing stuff.
Yep.
What a fun experience. Who's this? Is this everybody that lives here?
Yep. So these are all of our chimps. We have all 16, though we have 2 different groups.
We have
So
2 groups.
Yep. So Jonathan's group is out today. You saw him hogging all the food.
Oh, okay. So I see Jonathan's
group
here.
Yep. And so you have all of his friends here. And then down here we have a special group.
Oh, neat.
Yep. They do fission fusion. And so what that means is that they actually get along with both groups, so they can move in between the groups.
They can be in either one.
Exactly. So
Neat.
we think it's really cute for Asha to play with Obi.
Oh, no
So
kidding.
Amy and Asha and Gus are all in Jonathan's group
Nice.
today.
Okay.
And then
And
Kendall's
this
group.
is the other group.
Yeah.
So this is a group, this is a group, this can be a group, this can be a group.
Correct. Yep.
Wow, how do
I
you
know.
do this?
It's a lot.
Wow, that is so much.
It's like a big puzzle.
I can't even imagine.
But yeah, and then Kendall's group is what I call our troop of misfit chimps.
Troop of misfit chimps. Oh.
They all have a very special backstory.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, but I love them to death. They're awesome.
And I love what you've done here. Can you zoom in on one of just any one?
Yeah.
You kind of get an idea of who's who, name, birth date. Is this where you are? I'm doing easier somewhere else. Name, birth date, sex, male or female, and then some ways that you might be able to tell them apart if you kind of can get to that with differences.
Some visitors are very good. And I
Really?
like it when they try to quiz themselves and try to figure out which group's which. Because usually it's all over if you can find, it's a lot
Yes.
easier if you can tell if
That
Kendall
makes
is out or
perfect
if
sense.
Jonathan is out.
That makes perfect sense.
But yeah, but a lot of people ask me how you tell them apart. But once you start working with them, it's so easy because they just all have their own different personalities.
I was going to ask,
and
because personality is something you can use?
Exactly, yeah,
Okay.
personalities, and then you can also use relationships. So, I mean, Lance and Sakota are half brothers, and they
Yep.
favor, and so, and
That's so
Abby
amazing.
looks like her uncle. So, I mean,
That is so neat.
yeah,
So much fun. Crazy cool opportunities. Digital
Yeah,
friends,
they're
who's
awesome.
been here before and who's used the board? Who's tried to figure out who's who, those of you that have come before? Neat opportunity to kind of dive a little deeper into the chimps of North Carolina Zoo. I love it. Well, Sarah, thank you so much.
Oh, no
Keeper Sarah, we
problem.
appreciate your time. It was a
I loved it.
fantastic day.
Thank you.
And we got to learn about chimpanzees.
got some drama.
I'm talking, and they're being acting up.
They got a lot to say.
They do have a lot to say.
They have a lot to say.
As well they should. So yeah, a great day today. Learned about them being omnivores. We got to see a skull, and we got to look at the different types of teeth. We learned a little bit about their diet, which is kind of interesting. Talked about monkeys, apes, and prosimians. Chimpanzees, apes, no tail.
Not monkeys.
Not monkeys.
Not monkeys.
Chimpanzees, monkeys?
No! I heard it. Mental telepathy again.
Major no on that one. And then we got to see kind of the group dynamics when we were up top as Keeper Sarah was throwing the foods around to everybody, which is really kind of neat. And then the enrichment items as well. The tool use, being able to use the raisin board. That raisin board is really neat. And kind of solving those problems as well with the enrichment items that they have here at the North Carolina Zoo. So thanks again
Thank
so
you very
much.
much. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you guys soon.
Absolutely. Digital friends, remember to stay safe. Continuing to make those online reservations when you come in. Time, tickets. We're asking you to still wear that mask. Asking you to wear the mask to keep you safe, to keep us safe, and the animals that we care for safe as well. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Bye now.